Yep. Episode 29 of Rapid Rants. We are 2 days away from the TikTok ban. Yes, we're talking about it again. We have more to say because we still get people who don't understand the situation. We're going to talk about that. We're talking about so many other things.
Sorry.
I know, bro. I know. We'll get into it. But I mean, they're 3D printing meat now. We're talking about how not to care. This is gonna be a great episode. Let's go ahead.
3D printed meat.
3D printing meat, man. It's a lot. You got to see it. You got to see it to believe it. But let's run the first topic.
Okay, so this Redbook thing. The wildest part about this entire shift to Redbook is that U.S. citizens now are connected to Chinese citizens. The entire U.S. propaganda machine that makes us afraid of them. It makes us think that their lives are shitty or in this authoritarian realm. It's just completely shattered. It's broken. Not only that, but someone was just talking about watching a grocery haul on Redbook and how they couldn't believe how much groceries that these Chinese citizens had because they can afford groceries. Thank you, Chairman Mao. Thank you, President Xi. Fuck you, Biden. Fuck you, Trump. Fuck you, American government.
Okay, so to explain a little further.
Yeah, because I'm lost.
Red Note is Chinese, is China's TikTok. Red Note, Red Book. It's a loose translation because obviously the word is Chinese, what it's called. But there have been over something like 200 million Americans who have downloaded and joined Red Note since the TikTok ban has been announced. It's a huge shift for the platform itself. They're calling anyone who comes from TikTok to Red Note, they're TikTok refugees. They're coming there and it's a wild thing because it is Chinese citizens connecting directly with American citizens. And we're communicating and we're learning that we're really not that different at all. The American mindset, the way they have us thinking, makes us think that China's a miserable place to be, and we would never get along. Our cultures would never be able to intertwine. But this is proving that that's not the case. Red Note, I believe, if it doesn't end up getting banned eventually, which they're talking about, Red Note may be included because it's a Chinese-run app. I think that they could actually change the political landscape of the world if we could actually start developing real relationships with Chinese citizens.
Huh.
This is a lot.
Yeah.
Trying to wrap my mind around all of that.
Immediately, it tells me it's a huge division in the sense because it's we're on an entirely different continent, but we're in America, even the ones that come here, we're all not different. We're all freaking people. You know what I'm saying? So whether we go to visit, other people in other places, at the end of the day, at the core of it all, we're all still freaking people. We're not that different. So for that whole, they're not that different from us. All right, no. Freaking Sherlock. Of course we're not that different. We're freaking people. So I don't understand why it's such a huge deal at all, with any of it. That's where that's where the confusion comes from. And I believe you see it as a big deal. So I don't understand why.
Because I mean, right now our biggest adversaries, our biggest threats of war are Russia and China. And before this app got so popular in America and in China, there was, all we knew of China, unless you're traveled and the average American just thinks of China as our enemy. And it's so far from that.
Not really. I think
viewed it as just they work really hard, and I'm only saying this because of we have a lot of international students in Ohio, college campus, and there's the ones that are filthy rich, super rich, and there's ones that they've seen their family work hard with no actual benefit from it, or that they have worked hard and they lost it all. So I guess that kind of just. That's my perception of what it was. I never viewed them as the enemy, even though that is what the enemies are.
Yeah, the same with Muslims, same with Russians.
Yeah.
I see their government as the enemy, but I don't see them as a people
No.
as the enemy, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, and I agree with that, but I don't know. I
So-
think that it can make a difference.
So I figure
And-
like when the people communicating off this app, I'm sure it ain't the government officials that are on Red Note communicating with people. You feel what I'm saying? So obviously when the people are communicating with each other, yeah, we're all the same because none of us are power and money hungry bastards in politics. Because as much as we see them as their government as the bad guy, but we don't, their citizens see us as the bad, our government as the bad guy, and us normal. Because that's
And I think that's like a really good point, like separating the people from the government. A lot of people associate the people with the government, and to have that divide and know that it's you aren't bad, they aren't bad, they're not the enemy, I think is a huge point to make. So yeah.
Okay, so to move on to another point of the TikTok ban topic that no one's also realizing is ByteDance doesn't only just own TikTok, but they own Lemonade and they own CapCut.
There it goes. It's all done. We were doing so well on TikTok too, even with people hating on us. Like,
But also because of CapCut.
Bro.
Yeah.
CapCut makes my life easier, makes every
Bro.
content creator's life easier.
At least
And you can
60%,
fix
bro. I'm
another
not
app.
even
I mean,
exaggerating.
so many different apps that we can
No,
use.
no, you're not getting it, bro. You're not
getting.
getting. You're an artist, bro. We gonna talk about the actual content creators, the video editors, the sound designers. This makes our life easier.
Yes.
You feel me? Before a CapCut, if I wanted to make Koshana a nice, sexy music video, probably take me 2 days if
Yep.
I'm working really hard. CapCut, I got you in 40 minutes.
Yep.
You feel me?
AI
And
error
it'll be better
coming.
than the 2 days.
AI error. You just click on 2 pictures, they're gonna create your whole.
No.
music video.
See, that's the
Okay.
thing. CapCut is not. I don't need to use AI with CapCut. You feel me? CapCut is made in such a way to where it's so user friendly, and it has so many different templates to where you can cut, splice, make whatever, and it's easy to transfer it to other areas. So with all these other video editing apps without CapCut, I can do all of this stuff, but it's so much more time consuming. I got to go to PixArt to make to
Yep.
get my picture to look a certain way. Then I got to move this bastard to Power Director so I can have the right chops. Then I got to export it and then take that thing to Kine and then take Adobe. But in CapCut, I don't got to do none of that. I can just
wait,
do it in
Koshana,
CapCut,
how do you
and my life
edit?
is
How do
good.
you edit your content?
It depends. I use different apps, so I just don't only rely on one.
You see, having
Yeah, but
multiple
she don't do
resources,
Yeah,
but
you're
you're
you
not
can
not
do
being
a lot
doing
of
videos,
you just
though.
have one. You see, she's ahead of the curve. That's what she's saying.
No,
But
that's not what
okay,
she's saying.
okay.
She's
No.
not
All right,
creating
so-
whole video. You're not
Right.
you're not editing a whole TV series. You're
We're-
not
and
making
yeah,
a
we're
whole
not-
music
we're not-
videos.
We're
You
not
feel
just
what I'm
talking
saying?
templates. Like Blaze and I were talking about this the other day, and there's a feature on CapCut. It's enhanced voice. You press that button, and I mean, I could be
Bro.
talking to my phone from across the room, and it could be echoey. You press that button in 30 seconds, it sounds like I have a lavalier microphone on.
Bro.
There's no
I
other
have
app that has that.
I make
Vinci doesn't do
ebooks.
that.
I have
with their
ebooks. Do
audio?
you know how much money it saved me to not have to go and pay a whole bunch of vocalists when I can do all the vocals myself? And if I want to do the little girl voice, CapCut, click, I'm the little girl. If I want to be the old lady, click, I'm the old lady. I can't do that no more when this program is gone. You feel
But
me?
at
You
that
feel
now,
me?
You
but not
can,
at
it's
that
just gonna
now,
take
the
longer.
competition
Way
gonna,
longer.
they're gonna be pushy. They
I
know
know.
CapCut is off the market now, so all the other app providers will come along with the almost same ideas and copy that shit.
Well, see, they've tried. That's the thing is they've tried,
they're
but no
failing.
other app has the quality of even just the captions. The captions on every other app, similar to CapCut, are garbage.
They are.
And then the enhanced voice.
And Koshana, you're right about obviously we're going to survive. It's like this. This is the best example I can give you. So you have a gun to kill a bunch of zombies. We're going to take away the gun and just give you a pair of scissors. Yeah, you can still kill them, but you're how much easier to be with the damn gun. You feel me? That's what they're
Come
doing.
on.
CapCut is the gun. You know what I'm saying?
CapCut's the gun, and everything
CapCut
else
is the
are the
gun.
scissors.
They're getting ready to take the gun away and give us scissors to fight these zombies. You know what I'm saying?
And you
That's
better
the
learn how to
fantastic
throw them
metaphor.
scissors.
Yeah, but once you throw the scissors, now you got to find other scissors. Say if you had 50 scissors.
There's
you gotta
multiple
throw,
scissors.
Grab, throw, grab, throw.
You're just
Come on,
covered
bro.
in scissors.
Still snatch, throw versus click, 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 click.
All right, so this. Whoa.
Oh my god.
Straight up.
It's doing too much, timer. You're doing too much.
It's hurt.
All right.
It's emotional.
I think that this next topic is one that we as a group are uniquely qualified to discuss.
Okay.
Caucasians of TikTok, I would like to thank you for answering my question yesterday with pretty much no hostility. I appreciate that. But I got another question. I see a lot of y'all say that you have to wash your hair every day. Like, what happens if you don't? Because, like, clearly I'm not washing this every day. I wash it like every week or so, or every other week. So, like, what does y'all hair get like trashed? Because I wash every day, like my body, but my hair. Now I'm just curious. I am from the hood. I have no idea what's going on.
Once a week.
I'm gonna go
That's
first.
what he said, right?
He said once a week or every other week.
Yeah.
Every other week. Oh my god, this doesn't work.
Well, see, for my type of hair, you know, with it
Yeah, but
I
like
can do-
if
it's-
I would do that, I would
Listen.
look like I have butter on my head.
with my type of hair, it is unhealthy to do it every single day.
Yeah.
It's not healthy. That's correct, but you don't want to walk around and look like you have like
Of course not.
butter
We're not saying get
Well,
yourself
see, that's
together.
the difference, though. That's the difference, and that's like
Getting
what
yourself
this-
together and washing is two totally different things. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right, but
And-
also yeah, that's kind of the big difference that the guy's talking about, though. Like if I went, like if Kushana or I went a week without washing our hair, bro, it would be gross
It would be
looking. Like it
brutal.
would
that
be
would be gross.
so nasty.
Yeah,
just
that
awful.
Alabama air too. Oh my god.
No, like in the winter, I wash my hair once a week. Every other time, I wash my hair every other day, but I wet my hair every day.
Yeah.
So
You gotta
explain. All right, ignorant white person here. When you're washing dreads, how it's real? I put shampoo in my hair, it goes right through it, and it takes like 10 seconds and it's done. How do you have
Wait,
each individual?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
hold up. It takes you 10 seconds to wash your hair.
Yeah, I mean to get
You
it
don't
through. my
really
hair.
lather in there and like get in and scrub.
It doesn't take all that effort. Like, I mean, first of all, I only have hair on the top of my head.
Even
you know
when
what I
my
mean?
hair was relaxed, I still lathered and like really went in on there, giving myself that massage.
I mean, that's just
That's
unnecessary
crazy.
for me. Like
that
that was
bad?
well, part of it because it
completely
feel
unnecessary.
good.
Yeah,
Like-
it feels
okay.
amazing,
Like-
and it's like,
like,
ooh, I feel refreshed.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
no,
but
so
how
I do
long
two
does it take
washes.
in to shampooing everything in and let it soak in and then water around it?
So when I'm just going to do just the regular, just wet it or whatever, that's a simple put it all under there, get it all wet, mess
Just-
with it a little bit. But when you're
Yeah.
washing it, to me at least, it's damn near everyone. I go through everyone.
God, that
Well, like for me, I do two sets of washes. I do what is going on with my keyboard? Anyways, I do two types of washes. One, I like put it all in like the front and the actual scalp and I scrub. And then the second wash, I'm going through in
Yeah.
each and every
Same.
strand. And then that's what I do.
so that's like 2 washes in one shower.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do it two different
Each
times.
I mean, I don't know. I can't even
Like I'll
guess.
I have
scrub it.
I have
Like I'll
30
go
of
like
them, so-
that. And
Do
then
you know
like
how many dreads you have? Have you ever counted? Like,
I have 30. I had 34, but through the
Really
course of
count
time,
them.
they were ripped out. Different situations.
did a woman do that to you?
Yeah, my girl ripped out like 3 of them, but
that's
Because of the frother?
exactly because of the frother.
No, I have over 70. Over 70.
But
how
that means
long
how
does it
long
take?
Take 30 minutes.
So
It's
when
usually one
I
or two, so-
like washing days, it takes me about 45 to an hour in the shower. And I
Oh.
love every minute of it because that's like my
Mhm.
everything shower, right?
What
Oh, and
kinda
you got one of them showers that stay hot forever, huh?
That's what I was gonna. How
would-
you,
you would
stay
hate-
in the what?
You would
No.
hate my house
So,
now.
no,
Like
no.
it
I
in Atlanta,
used to take-
my showers stay hot. Here,
I used to take
20
cold
minutes,
showers.
it's a wrap.
I used to take cold showers, and it
you're
felt
evil.
like that adrenaline pops like kicks in, and you're like just this. But my hair felt really good with the cold showers, and my skin was doing a lot better with cold showers.
Evil.
It's not drying out that quick.
Exactly. She
Yeah.
knows.
I know
But
there's a lot of
cold
benefits to
showers
cold
are-
showers, bro, but there is not a chance in hell I will ever take a cold shower. There is no feeling I like less than a cold shower. No way.
Straight up.
No way. Ain't no way.
Good ending. Good job, Alon.
Caucasians of
Oh,
TikTok.
oh.
Oh, he's back.
According to the APA, here are 5 key factors to repairing a relationship after cheating. First, once infidelity has taken place, it's worth knowing that the chance of long-term repair is around 15%, at least statistically speaking. So according to a study from the American Psychological Association, these are the 5 key factors required to be successful in repairing the relationship. Number 1, both people are mutually committed. The number 1 factor is that both people are mutually motivated to making it work. They are in it to win it. Number 2, accountability and regret from the person who cheated. This means complete ownership over the act itself. They're not blaming their infidelity on the relationship or any other factors. Number 3, total transparency. The partner that was cheated on has the right to know all the details and ask whatever questions they need in order to rebuild their trust. Uncovering any more cover-ups, even small ones, is going to prevent healing. Number 4, address underlying issues. Whether it's trauma, addiction, the lack of intimacy, emotional support, the couple and individual who cheated must address each of their underlying issues. 5, continuous improvement. Change and growth is visible. They're not backsliding or falling back into prior patterns. Now, is it likely that a relationship can be repaired after cheating? No, but it is possible. And for those that succeed, it can actually strengthen the relationship long term.
It could.
I know Blaze got thoughts on this. I could tell by the way he was sipping his coffee.
And right now, the coffee has turned into tea.
What do y'all
This-
think? I mean, yeah.
So, what is the question? What is the
What is the
ultimate
question? All right. First of all, do you think that you can repair a relationship after cheating?
Yes.
You can.
It's going to be very
Well,
hard.
I'm
but yes.
surprised to hear you say that, Leslie. I thought
Me?
you'd be a hard no. Yeah, because of the feet finder talk that we've had, like I thought that
You-
just like any intimacy outside of the relationship would be just a total deal breaker.
Well, my goal is to keep you guys on your toes. So yeah. No, I honestly, yes. I do believe it can be repaired. I would say that it takes a lot. Everything that he said was completely accurate. It takes a lot. And I think the biggest issue is that people say to forgive and forget, but you can't forget something like that because it broke all trust.
Yeah.
But I do believe at some point you can learn to forgive, but unfortunately you'll never forget that. So
Yeah, I don't think you should ever forget it, but
No.
It depends on the person on both sides. Let's say if you made a horrific mistake and you have the ability to learn from that mistake you made and be fully committed to that person. It depends on the mindset of the person, of the victim in the situation. If every single time is like, oh, let her know every single detail if they ask. What if that one detail, like, oh, when you did it, did you stroke her hair? Well, would you always stroke my hair? And so, but for real, it's a mental situation where that person mental is. So it's just people just don't do it, bro. Just don't cheat. You feel me?
Well, like
just
I
don't.
think there's always an underlying issue, and I would say that if a woman cheats, it's because and this is so stereotyping, but this is just kind of how I see it. If a woman cheats, there's the lack of emotional connection, and they're trying to find that emotional connection with someone else. Like something is probably lacking. And then with a man, it's hard to say because there's always.
If a man
What I
just
like-
got something between their legs and they can't control their
Now,
legs.
I honestly, I disagree. I think that women are a lot like that too. I think
You think so?
Yeah, and
Yeah, I know so, but
Oh,
it's gonna.
you know, from
For real,
experience.
like that's what I'm
No,
saying.
so-
Is like in my
You
history, I
bastards are
won't
worse
get
than
into
us,
it.
believe it or not.
Right. Well,
Women
okay.
do cheat. Statistically, women do cheat more than men.
Yeah, I
Yes.
could break it down, bro. It's like if a woman, no, take that back. If a man went down in the middle of the street right now, stripped butt naked, and was like, "Hey, he could be best body on the planet too. What's up?" He getting locked up immediately. A woman goes out and does it, she ain't gonna get locked up immediately. Somebody gonna take her up on that offer. You feel what I'm saying? Somebody will. Women have such an easier chance of getting than guys do in that type of situation. So women, I believe women at the core, they understand that. You feel me? They're like I always say, men have all men have dog. Listen, all men have dog in them. Check me out. All men have dog in them. All women have the Incredible Hulk in them. You feel me? Some men know how to keep their dog on the leash, and some women know how to tame that beast. And you feel me? But I feel like women understand that. Oh, this beast is crazy. They can take full advantage of it. So y'all worse.
I'm of the opinion once a cheater, always a cheater. I'm sorry,
I
but
can't.
All right, yeah, no, we need another minute on that.
The reason I would,
and that's not true
that way. Yeah, I used to think that way,
yeah.
But I think depending on the person, it's always if they're willing to change and make that change.
Yeah, because some people do it out of immaturity.
Yes.
Look, I'll tell you. Look, for me personally, I was like a serial cheater in high school. Like it was like my thing. It was just what I did, and I was, you know, what motivated me to do it. Like most of the time was with this one girl, and it was like, it was honestly back then in my immaturity. I think it was to prove that I could. You know what I mean? Like it was like, I don't know, like a.
That was the getting numbers thing for me. I like to go out and just because I could just get numbers, and I'd never call 90%.
While you were in a relationship?
No, nuh-uh.
Okay.
Just to do it. He was saying prove, so I just made me think of that.
Not now. I'm better now.
I'm better. I've grown. So yeah.
Look at his hairstyle.
All right.
Dope topic.
3D printed meat, bro.
Oh, I've been waiting for this one.
A juicy, sizzling steak made by computer. While obtaining regular meat is a process that's been taking place for millennia, cow, butcher, beef. Redefined Meat, a meat alternative startup out of Israel, makes their product using a highly technical process. The mix of soy and pea protein, chickpeas, beetroot, nutritional yeast, and coconut fat is formed into steak-like shapes using a 3D printer.
Our goal is to become the largest meat company in the world just by harnessing technology instead of animals.
Meat substitutes are not new, but unlike the soy-based crumbles that mimic ground beef, Redefined Meat's product is designed to act, taste, and cut like flank steak.
This is the holy grail of alternative meat.
But the most important part, how does it taste? This diner was happy.
Yo.
That whole video grossed me out for some reason. Even when they were showing real meat, I'm like, this looks disgusting.
Look, I ain't even gonna hold you. If it tastes good, bruh.
They said it tastes good.
It's already a healthier alternative.
Yeah.
Already.
They said they
and we saving animals too. I love it. Like, you don't understand. I'm not gonna go vegan. I the hell with it. But people like, oh, you should go vegan because you're saving the animals. And I feel sometimes somewhere in there like a douchebag that I can care less about the animals if it comes to giving up my meat. But if this tastes the same and we can save them too, all is right with the world.
But it's similar, right? And if it's not that bad, why not? You ever tried those burgers at McDonald's? And
no, I haven't.
They don't taste bad. They don't really taste bad. Plus, it says
what is it?
The
what were they called?
Oh yeah, the plant-based.
Plant-based.
Yeah,
chicken,
like Burger King had like the Impossible Burger.
The Impossible Burger. That's what it was.
Yeah, and I ain't even gonna hold you. It wasn't bad.
Really,
I
never had it.
Burgers, those are really good.
And they say as soon as they if they're going to produce more, the cost of each digital 3D steak will get cheaper. Plus, it is less effort and less cost to produce them on long term instead of having a farm and doing all the cattle thing. Yeah, so
that's the next question though. How do farmers feel about this?
Yeah.
And it's like resources as well, right? So
well, I mean, I don't know. I feel like most of farming in America has been taken over by corporations anyway. So,
Yeah.
you know, they'll probably be right behind this once it gets a thing. And I mean, bro, I will eat this way before I eat tofu all day long.
Like, I love tofu.
Why?
No.
You ever had like miso soup?
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I don't know. I don't hate it. I'm just. It's
You're not like, ooh,
No,
yeah.
I'm never
but
never
tofu
real
doesn't
excited
have
for
no
it.
taste. If you don't
You're not like,
spice
"Oh,
it up,
yeah."
it just tastes like nothing. So it depends on how you prepare the food.
I mean, I want to know in that video though, like they showed a few different things that could have been the result of the 3D printed meat. Like there was some like real ass looking meat that like I don't know if that was just a shot of
Some
an actual
real meat.
steak or but then
Yeah.
there was like it was very obviously 3D printed. It looked like a something from
Yeah.
Minecraft. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So like I don't know. I'd have to taste it, but I'm not against the idea at all. But with a bunch of all the ingredients they listed, I can't imagine you could accomplish the flavor of steak with
think
beets.
I feel like if they seasoned it right, but
Yeah.
I feel like they're going more for like texture,
Yeah.
texture wise.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, they're definitely looking more at the texture of the meat.
I also have here that it's this other reference that I have. It says 3D printed meat is made from animal cells such as fat and muscle cells that are grown in a lab. The cells are isolated from a tissue sample, grown in a bioreactor, and then differentiated into edible tissue.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Like
so
that makes it sound a lot worse. That
just explaining that just turned me off from it.
right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Go ahead and,
That's
hey,
what I'm
yo,
saying.
hey
But
Betsy,
they
go
said
ahead and
it's
shoot that
coconut
damn
fat.
cow.
They said it's coconut fat. So I think it depends on how the process of producing them will be, right? I think it depends on what type of ingredients you use. But you can also have vegan ingredients only or vegetarian ingredients. So it depends on the manufacturer going to
Yeah, from
produce
the
it.
video was showing what she was just talking about.
Right,
What-
right. There's two very different things that I mean, I don't know, like that company's doing it that way. I guess there's other companies doing this lab grown stuff. I don't know.
That's
Crazy.
wild.
All right, so this one's interesting. This is it's about how not to care what people think about you.
Ooh,
I
I
think
need
it's
to learn.
awesome the way that he puts it.
Let's see.
Let's go.
How are some of y'all going around living life not caring what people think about you? Like truly
I've pretty much never really cared what people think about me, and I think that the trick is to care a little bit. You have to care a little bit, but you have to be like really particular about what you care about. And the only thing you should care about are moral failures. And then if you're gonna only be embarrassed about moral failures, you just have to try your hardest never to be a moral failure. And then you can just disregard things like somebody saw your ass in public, or you chewed your food wrong, or you didn't understand a cultural thing, or you said something dumb, or you were just wrong. Just be worried about trying to be a good person, and then you won't have to worry about what people think about you. And then when you do fuck up, because you will fuck up, just admit it and learn, and say that you admitted it and that you learned and that you fucked up, and then you never have to worry about what anybody thinks about you ever again.
I think it's a great point.
Yeah, so I would say I talked about this in a podcast once where as a kid I had the lowest self-esteem in, like, I was in elementary, middle school. So what I did was figured out, I learned how to lie. I lied about damn near everything, which was a horrible response to it. But lying allowed me to create this persona of myself that was cool, and I lived it so much until I got to that place. Now so once I got to that place, that didn't completely eliminate the insecurities. What eliminated the insecurities was, obviously, we spoke about this before, when it comes to spiritual beliefs, I have that belief that as long as I'm good in the eyes of God, I don't give a crap what nobody else thinks. That plays such a huge role for me in everything else. Like, clearly, I'm not going to go out in the world and present myself like a freaking moron. But at the same time, as long as I know that I did everything I needed to do to prepare myself to be as the best as I can be, and if someone else don't like it, I can care less. That type of stuff don't bother me, and I believe that mindset has just helped me not care. And then I have no problem with laughing at myself. I mess around, trip and fall. I'll find a way to make a joke out of it, and to where, I can't pick at you now because you already did it. So,
yeah,
that works for me.
I see that, and for me, like, man, when I was younger, that's all I cared about. I wanted everyone to like me. I wanted every girl to want me, every guy to want to be like me. That's what I wanted. But I got older, and my last relationship certainly humbled me. You know what I mean? Like, I was treated very badly, and I was called all sorts of things. And really, I think it was through that I learned the power that people have over you is entirely what you allow them to have. So there's no one in my world who I care about their opinion of me who would ever say those things or ever think those things of me, because I know I live my life in the proper way. You know what I mean? And so, like, on all the comments that we get on Facebook about when we're talking about TikTok, oh, these idiots are dumb. You're just a bunch of stupid people on the podcast. But like that, it couldn't mean less to me. There's no way. It just, I know we're doing the right thing. I know we're not stupid. I know, it's confidence and it's perspective.
Please everyone, right? That's the point. And I think that's the process of learning as well. Just don't to give a damn about certain things. Yeah. Because I think it's also, for me, hard. I'm just really a people pleaser. I always try to, be nice, be kind. And sometimes I think like, oh, okay, what impression did I leave, if I do certain things? But then it's also a process of learning to listen to myself and just say, hey, I don't mind as long as I'm good. But there's something that it's also should be considered, that you do what you do, and that what you're doing is okay as long as you are fine with it, right? You don't have to be mean on purpose, but I think at the end, so what? You make your decision because you have a reason to make the decision. So nobody should judge you. And if they do, so what?
Straight up.
Yeah, I would say that as I've gotten older, I've learned to care more. I've conditioned myself to care more and more about what people think. When I was younger, I didn't care what people think. I dressed how I wanted. I said what I wanted. I acted how I wanted. And then as I got older, I've second guessed everything that I say, the boundaries that I set, how I'm feeling, what I'm wearing. Like, I'm a very highly insecure person. And
Why do you think that is?
That's very interesting. That's very interesting. We need another like 2 minutes on this.
Yeah, right?
No.
Oh, don't be going in.
No.
You get to find out why she's so gangster.
It's the most insecure people are, right? So,
it's always the quiet ones.
Maybe that's the reason, like if you're really individual type of way, you like mainly just don't give a damn about anything else, but
yeah. Now this next topic
was on our toes with that one. That was crazy. I didn't think
this next topic is like a what would you do situation.
Okay.
Joke sign he held up on live TV made him a millionaire, but he decided to do a lot of good with his newfound wealth. When Carson King found out he'd be behind the anchors for a College Day game broadcast, he thought he would have some fun and made a sign saying his beer supply needed replenishing and included his Venmo. As soon as he was on camera, his phone started blowing up with hundreds of strangers sending him money. People thought this technique was hilarious, so clips of him went viral, and in a few weeks he ended up getting $3 million in total donations. Carson said that was way too much beer money, so he donated it all, minus the cost of a case of Busch Light, to Iowa's Children's Hospital. For doing so, Busch Light sent him a year's supply of their beer with his very own personalized can.
That's dope.
That's freaking awesome.
He's a better man than I, bro.
Money, like that was a brilliant idea. Oh my god,
it was a brilliant idea. Yeah, he's way better. Hey, look, look. I love that for him. God bless his heart.
Yeah, no. I couldn't do that. Give away $3 million. Like,
hell no.
I would, if we're gonna go that extreme, I would give away like $1 million. Like, and then take the other 2 mil and do something with it. Not like splurge it, invest in it.
In beer.
I'm so confident.
Yeah, like beer.
I'm so confident that if I had wealth accumulated from the businesses and the things that we're doing, I'm going to be giving back and doing a lot of that stuff. So I'm investing in the business, bro, because ultimately I'm going to be able to hook y'all up. If I hook y'all up now, I'm only going to get beer. I'm only going to be able to get drunk.
You feel me? No,
That's
for real.
ridiculous.
I mean, like straight up, I'm not gonna lie. Like if I got that, I would immediately hire a financial advisor. And yes, he's gonna tell me to donate, but there's like a certain amount that I should donate to make my taxes better off of the $3 million I just received. And then you can create a situation where you can continue that wealth forever and then continue doing good. Like he blew his whole load too quick.
Bro, and he got the entire $3 million too, because they sent it to him in Venmo, so he didn't have to give a cut to nothing. Bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Like, what are you doing?
That's no. Oh my God.
I mean, Blaze, they would still tax it coming from Venmo. Like that's it's still payment received.
I mean, normally if I have like my card set to like Venmo as the main, they give you the Venmo card and you deduct it. There's no charge. You feel me?
From Venmo, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's it. It's on in Venmo.
It's wow. I would not give it all away. Yeah, 3 million, and that's what I'm saying. Is like, why can't that happen to someone who needs? Like, why can't that happen to me? Like, why? Like this.
Because you're just don't give it all away. That's why it doesn't happen to you.
Yep, that's exactly why.
That's a good point.
Be a better person.
Being born and raised in Alabama, like, why don't you know?
Oh my God! Correction. Stop right there. I'm cutting you off. Oh, I need to get out of here just so y'all stop. If I moved, you would still make the jokes.
No, we wouldn't. We wouldn't do that.
Of course
to
I
you.
wouldn't.
Yeah, you would.
No, because it wouldn't make sense anymore.
Exactly.
It would just be like when you were in Alabama.
Exactly.
Everything I say, it was all that time in Alabama. Then
before you moved,
ruined you.
But I just know if we ever do a reunion, we're not gonna do it in Alabama.
Ooh.
No.
Don't do it in Ohio either. I don't think you'd really.
Yeah, we've already discussed this. We're going to Blaze. We're going to Florida. It's done.
Come on.
Yeah.
Atlanta, Florida, I'm good. It's not that far of a plane.
I think that was a lot of money just to give away. Yeah. I see what he was trying to do, and that is very kind of him. That's awesome. Would I do that? Hell no. Hell no.
Well, and I mean, I don't know. I'm also curious, like, who are these people that are sending money? Like, it would never, if I saw that sign, it would never for 1 second cross my mind to send that person money.
Well,
I mean,
it depends on how many people donated. If it's just like only $1, like so many people just donated $1, it wouldn't hurt you.
Exactly. I mean,
it's not like you be spending like 500.
I still wouldn't. I don't know. It would never cross my mind. It's not fun to do. That's not something.
Well, it depends. Like, are you the type of person that'll watch someone stream and buy gifts and send them gifts on TikTok and stuff?
No,
exactly. There's so many people that are into that.
You're right. You're right.
They would have done that to us if TikTok wasn't banned.
Facts. Sorry.
Yeah.
We should ask for a donation.
All right, so we're gonna start a new type of questions of the week, and we're gonna have Blaze's Mystery AI come up with the questions for us.
All right.
Yes. So before we get this started, how are we doing this? So am I going to ask her a question for each of us, or are we just going to ask her a question and then we're just going to answer it?
Yeah,
so it's going to be one question or 4 questions? Just one.
Probably, one question, depending on it, but yeah.
All right, so. Hello, how are you doing? So we're here on the podcast, and we need a great, intriguing, funny question of the day. So can you give that to us, please? So let's make sure she's nice and loud.
Absolutely. How about this question to stir up some laughs and get the conversation flowing? If animals could talk, which species would be the rudest and why?
I already asked that.
You asked that question.
So my boy asked that question already. We need something else, something outside of the box.
Gotcha. Let's try this one on for size. If you were a reverse thief who had to break into houses and leave something weird behind, what would you leave to confuse the homeowners? This question could definitely lead to some wild and creative ideas and plenty of laughs. Perfect for sparking an out-of-the-box discussion.
So that was kind of like the Mars question, but it wasn't the Mars question.
Right.
So it was a rendition of the Mars question.
I mean, kind of. All right, you're not doing a very good job right now. So
You're not.
why don't you
she's
give
cut.
us something else?
You're cut.
Okay, let's give it another shot.
She sounds
Here's one
stressed.
that might just hit the mark. If you could choose any inanimate object to be your trusty sidekick, what would it be and what kind of adventures would you have together?
I love that.
I'll accept that. I'll accept that.
Yeah, I'll accept that.
It's a good one.
It was 3 times the charm.
Who gonna
All
start?
We're gonna spend like the first minute thinking about our answers.
Right.
Feel like the first object that came to my mind, I don't know why, and we'll figure it out together, but a vacuum cleaner. I just, as soon as she said that, I just pictured like a vacuum cleaner following me everywhere. What adventures will we get into? I'm not sure. I'm not.
What messes would you guys get into?
I just
vacuuming people's yards.
Can you explain why the vacuum cleaner?
Yeah, please. Inquiring minds want to know.
No, I can't. Actually, I
He
can't.
can't.
I cannot explain it. It's just what came to my
Is it
mind.
because of where he's from? All right, we're gonna leave that alone.
That was reaching. That was reaching.
But you see his face though; it hit the mark.
me and my trusty shotgun. You know.
See, now you're cooking with grease.
Oh man, an inanimate object.
See this because it's not a super popular. Like maybe a year from now, this would be popular. But I know that they finally created those Google AI glasses that they just made to where like if you put them on and say if you decide to use the GPS, you can still see the street, but you'll see the GPS arrow. They're also if you are in China somewhere, you can be anywhere, and somebody's speaking to you in a different language, it'll translate it immediately and feed it to you, so you can exactly. So you know that's my object. It's cheating, obviously. I feel like but it's a great object.
I've seen the video. They have the earplugs now that directly, if you speak to someone, it translate directly in your ear.
Yeah, I know. I know a friend of mine. He visits like Costa Rica a lot, and his girlfriend, she don't speak that good English, so that's literally how they communicate. They both have the thing to where so when he speaks, she understand it, vice versa. So it's crazy.
That is so cool.
Right?
Oh, I would like something like that. I could go anywhere and understand.
I want to go to a nail shop wearing one of those. I want to hear all the
know
dirt
damn
you
well
talk,
this
bro.
dude broke as hell, bro, and he only paying for this. He could have got her the premium. Yeah, he's cheap as hell. Look at him over there looking all stink. He probably from Alabama.
That's
Did
awesome.
they say what price range they are? Like 200?
Oh, they're like I know that from what I saw, they're gonna be selling them for like 2,000, 3,000.
I was gonna
something
say,
like
they're definitely the grand.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Those Ray-Ban smart glasses are like $1,200. I think.
Oh, the glasses. Okay.
I'll
Exactly.
put that on my Best Buy credit card. Let you guys know how it works out. Man.
There was one, I can't remember what show it was, where I was able to like teleport and whatever. I would definitely teleport and take some of those. Big time.
That poor African prince, that episode, bro.
Oh,
you were tormenting that African prince.
He gonna be good forever. I ain't gonna take it all. So you know.
All right, yo, I have a question that I'm gonna ask. I have a question I'm gonna ask right here.
I'm glad, so I got to do the thing. You feel me?
All right. Watching a show the other day, and it made me wonder if an addict developed amnesia, some injury or something that lost their memory, would they still be an addict? Think about that. Because what causes an addict,
bro? That's so crazy. You say that. I truly believe, at like just off rip, I believe that they would no longer be an addict. I feel like they wouldn't, because I believe, and it's unpopular no matter how many times I've been through this with people. I feel like it is a mental thing. With addiction, it's mental, and Like, for example, even though I've never been addicted to drugs or anything, but I've damn sure been addicted to sugar. I've damn sure been addicted to food, so just that alone, I believe is a mental thing. Like, I don't feel like I'm going to die if I don't believe that I'll die if I don't have it. I don't feel like my body is doing things to me, begging me. I feel like it's a mental thing. Whenever I had to kind of work out or do something to where I knew let me take this season to cut off sugar and only do this. Yeah, it was hard because I was tempted, but
but that's a significantly less addictive substance.
No. I got you. I get what you're saying, but I feel like the base of it is still the same. That's why I use that as an example, because I feel like it's easy enough to point out why and how it's a mental thing. So I feel like with the drugs is that same thing.
Like addiction starts with the mindset, with a mental state, and that's why I think if you were to develop amnesia and you're an addict, you would not be an addict off the bat. When you're redeveloping your memories and thoughts, because so much of addiction comes from previous trauma that if you don't remember that trauma, it's
so you
it's an
took
entirely
it
different
there.
thing. But then again, it makes you wonder that if, like, through the subconscious, even with amnesia, if they were to try their drug of choice, their drink of choice or whatever, would it snap something in their mind and they would go back to the addiction? Or
maybe it could. Like, if you forgot about it, how it felt, and then you immediately do something that reminds you of the habit that you used to have, it might can happen that you have this feeling like, oh, this feels good. It reminds me of something, and then you get your memory back and you're getting addicted to it again. Because it makes you feel it pleases you a certain type of way. So I guess if it's like
sex
undercover,
is that sex is that same type thing. You get it. Like, say if you're somebody who don't have sex like that, and you get it, and you got some good. You know what I'm saying? It's real talk. You can grow just for the feeling. That's what it is. You really want that. You really want that feeling. And when people go and get high off something, they want to recreate that damn feeling. And then when they don't have it, it's like, oh, life is so horrible, which when it's not, but to them it feels that way. So they're gonna want to, get that feeling again. To drugs is just a more extreme case.
Yeah, they also substitute it. So, like, for instance, stop nicotine, like we talked about a while ago, and I'm replacing it with like caffeine. So there's always like a replacement for it. I would say that if for some reason I forgot all about I lost all my memories, and something that I had, like that habit, it would spark it back up. And I'm like, I need more of this. I desperately need more of this. Yeah. Oh man, this makes me love a cigarette.
Yeah. I don't know how you replace it with caffeine, bro, because caffeine makes me want nicotine. Like,
it used to, but I like the rush that I get from it.
That is a habit as well. It's just a mindset.
Try CBD coffee, bro.
I have. I only ever had that in Chicago. Absolutely amazing.
Yes.
Like honey lattes with CBD. Fantastic.
Dope.
But you know what's funny, Blaze? You pointed it out, like, oh, if you had good sex, you want to have it back. So in case you have bad sex, you don't want it anymore. Come on.
It's going to be way less desirable.
The desire to do it again is like, I don't know.
That's hilarious.
Example.
Do you want to ask your question, Quashana?
Do you want to ask?
Okay, my question would be for you. Is there anything in your life that you are not completely done with or processed yet? So that is something that is still keeps your mind busy.
All right. Well, for me, like I hate to bring it back up or whatever, but like my relationship with my ex was real bad. It was tumultuous, and when I got out of that, I really did not believe I was ever going to be over it. I thought, and that was, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. I've gotten to the point, and making music for 1 year was like everything I needed, was a huge help. But for me now, I'm pretty much over it all. Like I used to not be able to watch like, you know, certain movies with you know, like domestic abuse and things like that and you know, different toxic type topics. But it doesn't bother me anymore. But I will tell you, I still have like really bad nightmares, like at least on a weekly basis, where I'll wake up like or I'll be yelling in my sleep. Like Dan will wake me up the next day and just you'd be like, "You were calling someone a motherfucker!" Like,
damn, like that.
So I mean, I am over it. My subconscious isn't, I guess. You know, my sleeping self isn't over it, but it doesn't bother me day to day, and it doesn't bother me. You know, like my triggers are pretty much gone.
Mm-hmm.
For me, this goes back to the highly insecure aspect. Just something like I don't like looking in the mirror at all. And like when I see the mirror, I get really weird about it. And then I'll obsess and just like point out everything that bothers me. So like that's that overcoming thought in my mind. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to picture it like, oh, I hate you, good looking hair. Look at that smile. Ugh. You're disgustingly
For real,
good.
this could be really an issue,
the
right?
fuck?
That you
No,
are
No,
so
like
critical
I
with
appreciate that,
yourself.
but like no.
But you know, I always hear that it's like that with people. People feel it's so crazy. I'm acting like I didn't just say this yesterday, because there's a friend of mine that loved to when him takes pictures, and he doesn't give a crap about taking the most unflattering angles or whatever of me. And he's let me do that to him, he gonna kill everybody. So I'm like,
I don't like photos being taken of me.
I told him that's crazy how, to me, I feel like sometimes I look a certain way, but no one else sees that. And I feel like that's crazy.
Well, like I've lost 30 pounds and I still feel like I look like the same person that I was at my lowest.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because I just wanted to ask, there must be a trigger why you feel this certain type of way, right?
Yeah.
Like you got this habit. Okay.
Yeah. So not there fully there yet.
Has it how long has it been like that? Like
Since I've lost 30 pounds?
Since then?
It's been like
how long? Oh, I thought you meant how long have you been since you had this feeling?
Right.
Oh, about like 2.5 years. Like if Tyler looks at me in a certain way, I instantly get like insecure. I'm like, what is it?
Is that when you started caring about what people think of you?
No, I started caring about what people think of me when I became nicer. I'm not lying. Like when I became a nicer person, I'm like, if I set a boundary, I'm like, oh God, I'm being an asshole. Like, no, I need to cater to your needs and what you want and please you. Yeah. Yeah.
Just look. I mean, the proof, ladies and gentlemen, is in the pudding.
I have no idea what you mean by that. I have no idea.
Yeah, that's a good question. Freak, I hate that time is running out. I'm trying to think of one. Well,
like I'm not gonna answer it. But Shauna,
that's the 5 minutes. So yeah, see.
Look at that. Koshana, you answer. Give Blaze another chance to think about it.
Right, I don't want to get too much into detail, but there were a situation, you know, when you try to plan everything future wise, and then you get at the point when you don't get no answers for a sudden, like it just get cut off, and you just ask it, or I ask myself like, okay, why? What is the reason behind everything? Why did things happen? How they happened? And until now, I still don't have no explanation or a statement for why. So sometimes you just have to accept things how they are happening, but not having a clarification about something or a talk about something. Why? Right? This is
that
like
why is what gives us that closure.
You can't really close the chapter. You just try to ignore it. But I think this is one big thing when you don't have like a close final discussion about something that you cannot close the chapter.
It sucks to not be able to think of one.
I got an answer for you, Blaze. I got an answer for you.
What's that?
The fact that Beyonce concert, that Beyonce tour got canceled.
but look, I live the reason why I'll use that. The reason why I feel like I can't have one.
You gotta explain the story. They don't know the story. You gotta explain.
I will. I'm gonna get to it. I'll
You only have a minute.
Yeah. So I feel like I said, me and my spiritual beliefs. One of the things, in the Christian faith is everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for God's good. We'll never his understanding is way beyond ours. So I truly believe it. So when things happen, even in the moment where I'm like, I get to the point to where I'm trying to overthink it. Then I get to that. I'm not going to understand it. It happened the way it was supposed to happen. It is what it is. Now that Beyonce thing. So me and this group, the group that I was in, we got selected to be Beyonce's opening act for her world tour when she was doing the Dangerous in Love album. So I'm talking about quit the job, cuss the boss clean out. We had, it was perfect. A week before the tour, Destiny's Child was sued for the song Survivor. So because of all of that money, they had to push back her tour significantly, and tour didn't happen. Therefore, we were SOL. So the reason why I feel like it's a good thing that happened is because as evil as this industry is, I feel like I would have been corrupted in this music industry,
Even with
some
the
way,
faith that you
somehow.
have?
The reason.
Yeah, even with the mindset that I have, I feel like I easily could have been corrupted. And even though the timer ended, I'll explain why. The Diddy thing, for example, during that time, Diddy wasn't exposed the way he is now. Imagine just a simple being, you guys made it. Come on to the party. Everybody gonna be there, so we all at the Diddy party. Where did the rain come from? Did I just get Diddy rained on? Where did that come from? What did I do? What the hell?
That was that evil talk.
You see what I'm saying? I dodged it. You feel me? So imagine we back in this time, this 2004 or 5. I'm at the Diddy party, and he's like, you know what? Let's do a toast, everyone. Great success, you guys doing this Beyonce tour. Da 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 da. Cheers. We cheer. We drink. We don't know what the hell's in that drink. Now I'm done for. Next thing you know, I'm in the room with a whole bunch of minors. Who knows what's happening? He's videotaping everything. I'm getting handled by a whole bunch of trans. He's videotaping everything. Now, right before the tour, all right, Blaze, we're gonna need you to do this, and all that. I'm like, I ain't doing none of that, bro. And he like, oh, pop in the tape.
Yep, exactly. That's the reality of the situation. That's straight up the reality.
You were supposed to sit here with us on the Rapper Brands show.
Thank you, Kashana. Exactly.
Rapper Brands.
You wouldn't be here.
Come on. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't have the squad. I'd be looking down at y'all like peons. Like,
right.
Look at me. Shake that thing-a-ling. I mean, I might, but I ain't gonna let her know that. I had never tore down and out on playing. I'm not gonna do it.
All right, hell yeah. This has been a dope episode. Rapper Brands episode 29. Please like, subscribe, share, do all the things we want you to do. You can catch us every single Friday at 3 p.m. EST on
the most prestigious network in the land, the Signature Series Network.